We tend to limit ourselves by the things we see around us rather than by what we can imagine. That's a line from an op-ed piece in the Deseret News this week. I found myself nodding in agreement with the concept. The past week saw NASA pull off an extremely tricky landing of Perseverance rover on Mars, complete with video of it happening. And yet that outstanding achievement barely survived a single news cycle. By the next day, it had been overshadowed by, among other things, the impact of winter weather in Texas, reports of the latest COVID-19 vaccines, President Biden's move to shore up relations with Europe, and, of course, the latest celebrity gossip. This is nothing new. The interest of the American people in their space program has been on the wane since the Apollo 11 moon landings. The sizzle has gone from the steak for many. It's become far too routine. Couple that with the veritable flood of information we ride today, and it becomes difficult for the average person to sort out what is important, what is trash, and ultimately what to believe in. More importantly, it dims the ability to imagine what might be. Any single news story lasts about as long as an ice cube on a hot piece of pavement. When the first American satellite was launched, a mere 63 years ago, few among us could envision that much more sophisticated versions would one day whiz above our heads, thus allowing joggers to record a run, letting a driver throw away the road maps and instead get both visual and voice directions from point A to point B. That satellite weather would become the norm, that broadcast signals and all sorts of data would flow to and from objects in space. We've also taken for granted the many ground-based benefits from space program. It has led to high-resolution cameras, scratch-proof lenses for your glasses, thermal blankets, CAT scans, better insulation for your home, water purification systems, fireproof clothing for firefighters. How about wireless headphones, memory foam, freeze-dried food, and much more? Each of these developments came about because somebody refused to be distracted by the things around them, and instead they focused on what might be. The landing of Perseverance on Mars was a pretty big deal. It will likely lead to learning more about the cosmos, and with that, ultimately, more about us.